Hi, this is Bruce, and in today's video we'll look at managing your favorites and how you can use this to improve your efficiency in your analysis. So I have a workspace that I've loaded, and in this workspace we have multiple measures or log files that have been put into this workspace. And so let's start by creating a list of common parameters that we might look at. So this would be a group of parameters that every time we come into LMA we want to look at them. So the way I do it, I'll create a grid of, let's say, my favorite parameters, RSRQ, and I might also go grab under call test, I'll grab the call result. So now I have the number of complete calls and drop calls, so a list of parameters. And from this, there's two ways to generate your favorites. From here, I'm just going to create a set of favorites, and I'll call this one LMA, quick start, group 2. And I just call it group 2 because I've created one on a previous video. So now I'll close that, and I'll come over to my favorites, and you'll see this, this collection of parameters has been added. And if you want, you can just right click on the top and I can create a grid, and it will pull those 4 parameters directly into it. Or if I come down and add, maybe I want to add sin R to it. Oh, I already have sin R. So let's grab, let's go into modulation maybe and grab the mode here of the 2 antennas. You can right click and add it to a favorite, and it'll give me a list. I'll go ahead and just click LMA group 2 and say OK. And now under my favorites is the LMA mode 2, or the MCS code. So if I close this one and create a new grid, it will now populate into there. And the same thing you can do for time graphs if you want to. So now the group is there. If you want to share this group or this favorite group with another colleague, you can right click and we can save those. So let's go through and so as you click on the point, you're going to export that to send it to someone. So one is to export the favorite. If I hit all, it's going to grab all 4 of these favorites. But in this case, I just want to export one of them. So I'll export the selected group, and we'll stick it maybe up in this higher group under wireless metrics, and I'll just call it a new name. So and a quick start. Okay, and it's going to save it in a format that I can then right click, and your colleague can now import the favorites. And you'll see I've got 2 options here. So if you've emailed or sent this file to your colleague, they can import it and have your favorite lists. The file format is called XPF in this case, and that'll become important because there are options to create CSV files directly from a favorites list. So favorites are a nice, easy way to always ensure that you're looking at the most common parameters, because sometimes the attributes in this case can get pretty overwhelming, especially if you always look at the same parameters every time.